everybody, my name is Danielle and this is Chatter Out Loud. Thank you so much for joining me. Your presence is very much appreciated. So welcome back. Today I'm going to chat about Color My World with Love. It premiered on the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries channel, and I have thoughts. So if you're interested, keep listening. All right, Color My World with Love premiered on the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries channel, and it wasn't bad. I don't want to sound surprised, but it's worth a watch, and I liked it. It stars Lily D. Moore, who plays Kendall, Erica Durance, who plays Emma, which is Kendall's mom, Benjamin Ayres, who plays Nick, and David DeSanctis, who plays Brad. The synopsis is as follows. Emma's daughter, Kendall, becomes engaged, but Emma is concerned as Kendall and her fiance have Down syndrome, and Emma worries she's not ready to take this step. So in the opening of the movie, we're introduced to Kendall. She's painting a portrait, and she's a talented artist with Down syndrome who creates beautiful paintings. And as we see in the movie, like most artists, her paintings reflects the reality of her subjects as she sees them, right? They hone in on that throughout the entire movie with the video effect, the pixelation. And that's a special way of Kendall, special way that Kendall sees the world. Kendall is supported by her mother, Emma, and her grandmother, Bev. Kendall, she's happy, she's thriving. And when her life takes an exciting turn, when she meets Brad, not only does romance bloom between Brad and Kendall, Emma, the mom, she has difficulty letting go and letting Kendall live her own life. That's a mother's thing. And no wonder, right? Emma has spent the last 22 years trying to protect her daughter and has reservations about Kendall and Brad's new relationship, especially when it's moving so quickly, right? They get serious really, really fast. When I first saw the preview of this movie, it brought back memories of a reality show that I watched on A&E many, many years ago. It was called Born This Way. The show followed young adults who have intellectual disabilities. Some of them had Down syndrome. We see them in this show, Born This Way. We saw them pursue independent living, working, socializing, and just everyday life. It captured the real push and pull young adults with disabilities have and their parents, working through that with them. I love that show for many reasons, most importantly because it provided a venue for adults with disabilities to speak for themselves, right? We saw that they are just like everyone else, trying to survive, trying to live their life. They have their own lives to live, their own dreams, and it was just a nice documentary watching that. And anyway, when I saw the preview of the show, this is exactly what we saw in the movie Color My World with Love. Emma doesn't want Kendall to experience heartbreak, and she tries to slow things down with Brad, her boyfriend. We see Emma and the grandmother have to educate people and make them aware of their biases and, quite frankly, their ignorance. The woman saying, people like Kendall, in the opening scene, and then during the dress fitting, the woman talking about the special size. I didn't even get that. It just made me cringe, to be honest. I felt some type of way during those moments, and I said kudos to the writers for being brave enough to put that in the script, because that is a reality, and it really did evoke emotion, and that's good writing. This is a good script. I really like this movie. I wasn't sure how the relationship between Nick and Emma was going to play out. Initially, I thought that Nick and Brad were related. So I was wondering, how are they trying to promote that Nick and Emma are a couple when Kendall and Brad are a couple? Like, I didn't know. I thought that would be something weird. But anyway, we get the story of their relationship, and that's explained in the movie. So it's not creepy at all. It actually worked out well. Okay, the performances. Miss Lily D. Moore, who played Kendall, was fantastic. It's clear she was the star and she rose to the occasion, didn't she? She did very well. I enjoyed her performance. I didn't find it too scripted, if that makes sense. I mean, she really acted. She played it to the role. I really enjoyed her performance. Durance, was excellent. She brought out a lot of emotion, especially when she reads Kendall's email to her dad. Oh my goodness. And I really did buy into her playing Emma. She did a very, very good job. Much of what we watched was very familiar and similar to the emotions expressed on that reality show, Born This Way, I talked about earlier. The grandmother, Emma's mother, Bev, she served as our voice to tell Emma to stop it. I loved it. I thought the guys did well too. Ben Ayres was, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Ben Ayres. Ayres? Okay. He was great in his supporting role. Really good. I love this story. I love the characters. These were very good performances and I enjoyed it. I don't know if I really like the cheesy shirts that Brad wore throughout the movie. But I guess it showcased Brad, the character. It showcased his personality. He was trying to bring something fun and light, I suppose. It didn't work for me. I did love and appreciate Brad and Nick's relationship. They kind of leaned on one another. I like that. The romance between Kendall and Brad, it was rushed, but I suppose that worked into the plot, right? That was the whole thing. They got serious very quickly. I thought it moved way too fast, but that again, that's part of, I think that was planned out, right? In the way it was written. The romance between Emma and Nick, that was tough, but it worked, right? I love their pace and how they work through their fears from past relationships. In the end, it was like they had this romance thing, but because it moved so slow in the movie, and I'm not complaining about that. I thought the way it moved throughout the movie was fine. And then at the end, all of a sudden now, like, the romance is there, you know. I think it was kind of a build-up, but I don't know. There's something was quirky there, because it was slow and steady and understanding, right? And it was all surrounding Kendall and Brad. And then Nick and Emma, you know, they're getting close, but not in a way where I would see them being that close at the end. I guess, I don't know, something didn't work there. But they're very good actors, you know, very good performances. And how symbolic was it that Emma began to see the world like Kendall at the end? That was great. Color My World with Love. Really, really like this story. Lily D. Moore, Erica Durance had great chemistry as well. Job well done. Right? Did you see the movie? If so, what did you think? You have to let me know in a comment. All right. If you haven't watched it, it's worth a watch. You know, it's going to come on again. It's on the Hallmark's app. It's worth watching. All right. And that's all I have. So be sure to come back and give me a listen. I'd love for you to like, share, rate, follow, and or subscribe. That helps me grow. So thank you in advance. My name is Danielle, and you're listening to my podcast, Chatter Out Loud. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, I appreciate your support. And that's all I have. Thanks again for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.